Welcome to day 3 of the Declaration of Independence. On day 1, we actually read the first half of the Declaration. Yesterday, day 2, we looked into important facts about the ramifications of it. Today, day 3, we're going to look at important quotes and notes from that era of the Declaration of Independence and the Revolutionary War. And first off, probably the most popular quote that's ever been attributed to American freedom was provided by Delegate Patrick Henry at the Second Virginia Convention held in Richmond, Virginia at the St. John's Church on March 23rd, 1775. Patrick Henry said it would be dire consequences if we ignored what Great Britain was doing to the colonies. It would be in our utmost interest to form a militia as war with Britain was inevitable. He implored the people in the church these words: "Is life so dear, or peace so sweet, as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death." And his words rang true. In less than 30 days, the battles of Lexington and Concord took place in Massachusetts on April the 19th. And here's other important quotes. Samuel Adams said, "If our trade is not free, our government cannot be free." Benjamin Franklin said, "Where liberty is, there is my country." Richard Henry Lee stated, "The distinctions between Virginians, Pennsylvanians, New Yorkers, and New Englanders are no more. I am not a Virginian, but I am an American." Nathan Hale, one of our greatest patriots ever, who was an American spy working for the colonies, said just before he was executed by the British, "I regret that I only have one life to give for my country." Captain John Parker wrote, "Stand your ground. Don't fire unless fired upon. But if they mean to have war, let it begin, here and now." Christopher Gadsden came up with a Gadsden flag that says, "Don't tread on me." That was adopted by the Continental Navy. Benjamin Franklin wrote, "We must all hang together or we shall all hang separately." John Paul Jones, captain of an American naval vessel, was asked to surrender by a British admiral as they fought in one of the naval battles in the Revolutionary War. John Paul Jones gave the quote, "I have just begun to fight," and he was true to his words, as he did not surrender. In fact, he took over the British Sir Home Ricard and captured the Admiral of the British Navy along with several naval officers and soldiers. Israel Putnam, a general at Bunker Hill, was alleged to have said, "When you were all marksmen," he said, "No, men, you are all marksmen. One of you don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes." Just a footnote here. The muskets that were utilized back 250 years ago, they had a range up to 100 yards, but more accurately, 50 yards, maybe 75 yards at most. They were very, very accurate. So I guess they could see the whites of the British soldiers' eyes. Thomas Paine, who was most famous for Common Sense and In the Crisis, another excellent manuscript he wrote, he penned, "These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this course of time, shrink from the severity of the issue, or they deserve to stand by it and give it everything they've got." Phyllis Wheatley, who was an African-American poet who was originally kidnapped at the tender age of 8 years old in West Africa and adopted for slavery by the Wheatley family in Boston, came up with a magnificent quote, and she's the only woman that I was found to have quoted something for the Declaration and Revolutionary War era. She said, in every human breast, God has implanted a principle which we can call freedom. George Washington summed up my quotations best. He's the father of our country, the first United States of America president, and at that time he was the general of the Continental Army. He stated that you are free men fighting for the blessings of liberty, and that suddenly will be your pardon if you do not acquit yourselves like men. So here we have it, summing up the 3 days of the Declaration of Independence and the Revolutionary War. Thank you very much for listening to me and appreciating what I've offered. Have a wonderful day. God bless America. God bless the world. Thank you.